that game made history. For the first time since the Vegas Golden Knights came into the league, I wanted to turn off that game. Stone lifting the Stanley Cup. Yeah! Let's go! Go, Knights, go! Why? Oh my goodness! Yeah, he's gorgeous. I never thought I'd see that in a hockey game. There's so much here. Okay, so we get Brayden McNabb back. That's great. We get Mark Stone back. That's fantastic. Alex Pietrangelo is headed back to Las Vegas for further evaluation. DeBoer says he doesn't expect him to be out very long term. Who knows what that means? And Robin Leonard was sent to the AHL on a conditioning loan. This from Simbin Vegas. Per the CBA, a player on a conditioning loan must agree to the loan. He is still paid as if he's in the NHL. He remains on LTIR as it pertains to the salary cap. The loan can last up to 6 days and 3 games unless given written consent from the commissioner to extend. So this is basically done to allow the player to transition back to game ready and to have game-like scenarios outside of practice, because practice you can't really replicate any of that. I don't even know. If this game could be described in one sentence, let's quote the captain, Mark Stone. Our execution was trash. You're dang right it was. And it only took 19 seconds for this game to be ridiculous. All right, let's go. Theodore's behind Fleury's net, being pressured by Foligno, and just sends it right to the stick of Eriksson Ek. And what's Fleury supposed to do? You passed it right to their team. All he had to do was catch and shoot it. And that makes it 1-0 Minnesota. No! His shot scores! What the heck were you doing, Theodore? This is gonna be another 1-goal game, isn't it? That's it. That's it. When I said more offense this game, I meant by you guys, not the Wild. Only about a minute later, Tuck, Glass, and Waugh are on the ice. Glass gets it around over to Waugh, who's behind the net, and grabs the puck and tries to go for it, but it's blocked off, and the puck starts trickling back. Dylan Coghlan steps up and slams this thing home for his first of his career. Coghlan, yeah! Oh my goodness. Go! Good job, buddy. Did I say welcome back to Brayden McNabb? Welcome back to Brayden McNabb indeed. Laying a huge hit on Rao, and it was a clean hit. It was a heavy hit though, and Rao was shaken up from this, and then it almost started. Yo, what a hit. Should be a penalty on them. Yeah, because he went after the bench. Nope, no penalty. That's stupid. The guy went onto the bench after laying the hit, and he threw his gloves down to fight him, which should be a penalty. Good hit, clean hit! Literally, look at any of their faces and zoom in and see, because they all have fantastic reactions to this hit. And things start getting a little tense with a lot of pushing and shoving from both teams, and that continues the rest of the game. The story of the rest of this period has to be Fleury, making incredible saves, one after the other. Martinez. Rao. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. What in the world was that? Marc-Andre Fleury! Let's get this penalty kill. Oh my goodness, Spurgeon left all alone. Oh my god! Fleury! And it's 1-1 going into the second period. The second period is when I start to see Vegas just start to break down. The defensive turnovers, neutral zone turnovers, offensive zone turnovers. The amount of times that I've seen Minnesota on a breakaway chance against Fleury. They did nothing to help him out this entire period. Oh my goodness, again, off of Spurgeon. Why are there so many breakaways though? Guys, oh my goodness, clear the puck. Oh my goodness. He'll seal the post. Oh, but the second period was bad. It got worse. The third period, mental collapse from the Vegas Golden Knights, is the worst 5 to 10 minutes I've seen in the regular season in Vegas Golden Knight history. The emotional frustration that I have with the team, very similar frustration that I have with the San Jose Sharks during that 5-minute power play. Here's the thing, the Minnesota Wild were doing this at even strength. But speaking of the one, within 10 seconds, Fleury has to rob Kaprizov. And And then Dumba another 10 seconds later. And then 2.5 seconds later, he can't rob Kaprizov of this.
Okay, there's another blast and a goal!
The Wild executed this really, really well. Bukestad got his stick tied up with Martinez that allowed the lane to be open, and then Tuck just watched Kaprizov skate in and backhand roof this thing over Fleury's shoulder. There's nothing Fleury could have done there. Blown defensive coverage from Tuck here on this penalty kill for literally a second and a half that allowed for this to happen, and that's all it takes to make it 2-1. From Carlo, you know it's bad when the Wild scores on you on the power play. 4 minutes later, Fleury had to make not one, not two, but 3 stops on Rao to... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Rao. Good save. Oh my goodness. Fleury! McNabb I can't even grammar properly right now, how frustrated I am. McNabb goes and pinches and it does not work out, and Dumba flips it up and Rao has a one-on-one with Coghlan. Coghlan does a good job, and I know McNabb had a broken foot and this is his first game back, but he's the last person to get back. But Fleury, 3 magnificent saves right in a row to just rob Rao. 20 seconds later, the puck is flung out into the neutral zone. Suter grabs it and then falls, but we can't get it. He sends it up to Foligno, and Theodore just like slams his stick down. And then Greenway just goes and he gets it over to Eriksson Ek. Martinez is just like a deer in the headlights. Oh, whoop. Eriksson Ek fires this and Fleury makes the save, has no idea that he made the save, and everyone just gave up on the play except for Eriksson Ek. Props to him for keeping with it and just pitchforking this between Fleury's pads to make it 3-1 Minnesota.
Greenway, handoff, Eriksson Ek,
The whistle never blew. You don't give up on a play until the whistle blows, and then even after that, you're still for just even a second or two. I honestly don't know what Fleury was supposed to do there. He made the stop, and then everyone else just gave up. He didn't know where the puck was. What's he supposed to do? And then 2 minutes later, the Wild come in and Haig pinches up and then the Wild push the puck past him, and so it's another freaking 2-on-1, and Sturgis rifles it over to Susie, who rifles this past Fleury to make it 4-1. You've got to be kidding me. Another freaking... What the heck, guys? Oh my goodness. What are you doing? They kept relying on Fleury to bail them out, and eventually he just couldn't stop he can't do everything. Yeah, goalies can win you games. Goalies can win you series in the playoffs, but in order to do that, you need people to step up. And there was only one person that stepped up tonight. At this point in the third period, shots are 11-1. They didn't do anything except give up goals during the 7 minutes, and it's not Fleury's fault. DeBoer pulls Fleury. I'm not mad at DeBoer for this because I think it was a smart move because we need Fleury to be ready for St. Louis this weekend because it's a back-to-back. The team needed an energy shakeup because Fleury was performing on his head for this team, and this team did not do anything to help him out. I hope that the rest of the Vegas Golden Knights roster, minus Dale and Coghlan, felt bad because of their performance up at that point in the game. At this point, with 12.5 minutes left in the third period, I hope that they were deflated, because this is not acceptable. And on that note, welcome Logan Thompson to the NHL. And right after Logan Thompson gets in, Minnesota Wild keep doing Minnesota Wild things and have this amazing shot because of freaking giveaway. The freaking neutral zone too. And I swear if that one went in, I would have shut off the game and then missed arguably the greatest thing that has happened so far this season for us. What in the world are you guys doing right now? I would have turned off the game at that point. Susie and Kolazar also got into it, and I'm not sure exactly what was going on, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving, but this gives it a 4-on-4 with about 6.5 minutes left to go. Stevenson pulls up at the blue line, hands it off to Martinez, who streams in. Martinez and Coghlan, our defensemen, are the two people in front. But boy, am I grateful for it, because Martinez sends it right over to Coghlan, who slams this thing home for his second career NHL goal in the second of the night, the second for VGK. Martinez. Coghlan. Yeah! Oh, okay. It's not over. Coghlan, his second of the game, with exactly 6 minutes left, making it 4-2. Great, just what I needed. Hope. That's really what I want, guys. Okay, no, but seriously, can you give me more of that? Pull the goalie. Because why not? Making it 5-on-4 when they get released from the box, it's 6-on-5, and then when we have an opportunity, we switch back so Logan Thompson goes back in goal. So here we are again, 2.5 minutes left, and we pull Logan Thompson for the second time. Marshall has the puck behind the net, sends it over to Stone, who sends it back to Coghlan. Coghlan thought about it, sends it right over to Theodore. Theodore sends it right back to Coghlan, who gets us another freaking goal for his first NHL career hat trick in the same night that he got his first NHL goal. Coghlan, Theodore, Coghlan. Yeah! This is the 8th hat trick in VGK history, the second one this season, and the first by a defenseman. Not Theodore, not Petro, not Schmidt, not Miller, not McNabb, but Dylan freaking Coghlan. Dylan Coghlan also became the 3rd defenseman in NHL history to score his first, second, and third career goals in the same night. I have no idea who the other two are. It hasn't happened since 1984. And with this goal, Dylan Coghlan passed Alex Pietrangelo in goals this year. And he's now tied with Shea Theodore. There are so many other records attached with this hat trick, like the 4th that has happened by a defenseman since the turn of the century. But the most embarrassing stat from this is that now Dylan Coghlan in one game has more goals than the entire VGK 4th line combined. So let's get to the end of the game. Pull Logan Thompson for the 3rd time this game. And we almost tied it too. With about 20 seconds left, Stone gets the puck and he shoots this thing and it bounces off Kakkonen, and then Alex Tuch with the wide open net misses.
Get it in.
Stone, shoot.
Go, go, go.
He missed it. How did he miss that? Tuch would have tied it if he just put it on net. I don't know if Eric Sinek got a stick on this or what, but I can't believe he did not make this in. The net was completely open and that would have tied the game, but it didn't. And we don't do anything the rest of the game and it ends 4-3.
Again, that's all.
An absolutely stupid game for VGK offense. They did not show up tonight until it was too late. And you missed the one shot that you had to score. I'm not blaming Alex Tuch. I am saying you started trying too late. From Sinman Vegas, this game really seemed to sting the Golden Knights. They all looked very dejected in the post-game pressers. Definitely a tougher one to swallow than any of the rest based on their reaction. When I read that, I was like, good. They should. They let down both Marc-Andre Fleury and Coghlan. I'd be pretty dejected too after a performance like that. Hey, what do you know? It's me. Well, let's just look at the positives. Dylan Coghlan had an amazing performance. Really, really good job for him. And I'm glad that he was able to have a star in this game. Or not. Yeah, how in the world is Coghlan not a star in this game? Being perfectly fair, we did the same thing to them a week ago where Foligno had 2 goals and an assist and was not given a star, but Alex Tuch, who only had the 1 goal that tied the game, was. Different scenario kind of, but well, he's the first star in VGK's point of view of that game, the second being Marc-Andre Fleury, and then there is no third because no one else deserved it. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I'm done with this game. This game is done. Coghlan's hat trick and moving forward. Friday and Saturday are our next games, both against the St. Louis Blues. We've only played them once so far this season, and that was a shootout loss. So hopefully a stronger performance against them earlier. And also, I hope our offense figures it out because that's 2 games in a row where no winning showed up. That's gonna be it for Game 23's Nightly Review. Thank you so much for joining me and have a good night.
Bukestad was defended by Nick Hague. Puck is free, the Golden Knights will jump on it. William
Carlson, 3-on-2.
Brings us back here. With a buck 20.
They're playing Big Time Rush. They're playing Big Time Rush. Oh my gosh. That is the greatest thing I've ever heard in a hockey game. Oh, tripping.